Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Marlon Stiven Masmela. I studied Industrial Engineering and Process Control at the UNICAN University of Colombia, and today I am going to talk about the CUSUM charts and EWMA graphics. Introduction. In the statistics, one of the most important tools are the control charts or the control graphics, which serve to identify and look for unusual variation and process. There are two types of charts or control graphics, including are the those with memory. These stand out the CUSUM cumulative sum and EWMA moving average weighted exponentially, which have been used to control individual processes and do have no memory, which they are chart or graphic of kind shewhast or type X charts. These are called out memory because are based on current information for monitoring the process. Apart from the date are less sensitive to detect shifts in the process mean. Chart or graphic control. Graphic control hit the origin at the end of the 1920s by the statistician, engineer, and physicist American Walter Andrew Stewart, also known as the father of the statistical control. The graphic control is a diagram allows to examining broadly different processes to identify those balls are in the stable condition or fall outside of the range of confidence. This graphic also serves to visually evaluate the behavior of a process over time, variation identified for improvement or failures. Advantage. Graphically, it represents the relation between two variables, which make it easier to visualize and interpret data. Calculate the corrections variables. It provides information to determine if the variables are related. Graphics control are effective in defect prevention, as it detects any change in processes. Graphic controls prevent unnecessary process adjustments. Disadvantages. It does not provide detailed information on individual characteristics control. They interpreted mistaken for lack of the training. CUSUM graphic. The graphic CUSUM is a tool sequential analysis developed by Page, which is normally used to monitor the arrest of small rasters properly using all information displayed in the cumulative sums of the deviation of the sample values with respect to that objective value. This tool incorporates all the information in the sequence of sample values as a method of the determine and decide when to take corrective action changes. The CUSUM charts are used to process variation are very small. This is mainly used for chemicals or products that need a very accurate measurement. The chart CUSUM, which are the two bilateral sides, plotted points or deviation from the mean above or below the nominal value and represents a value of 0. This is interpreted by a device or a table called mask, shaped device of B CUSUM designed to interpret the data. This tool is mainly used graphics in Excel and Minitab. Difference between shewhast and CUSUM. The difference between shewhast and CUSUM is that the traditional chart shewhast graphic are punctuated and they have low sensitivity to small changes in the process. It is less useful for monitoring problems where special causes are not very clear. Unlike the CUSUM, which is very effective to detect small changes in the process, as the is graphic accumulate over time deviations, allowing more accurately if the process is out of control. Advantage. Change quickly detection for the certain levels of significant spots it as the most economical alternative and time and money. It can detect quickly if the process is under control, with the technique of the initial advantage. Good to detect small changes. Slow rate. Detect when the deviation from the mean standards error have 0.5. They are effective with n equals 1. Standardize the variable x. Disadvantages. If the process is very large or fast, it could not be properly itemized samples. It has a finite number of data and memory that can be used. EWMA graphic. The graphic EWMA is responsible for the monitoring moving average with exponential weighting for continuous data, eliminating the influence of low and high values. This is responsible for detecting small changes in the process to measure the variation around at the largest value. This graphic is also responsible for the smoothing effects of noise that cannot be controlled directly on the data, allowing the more step to the most recent historical data. Advantage. It incorporates all the information in the sequence of sample values. Very effective to detect small changes. It can be combined with graphics steward. Slow rate. Disadvantage. It has low sensitivity to large changes. Difficult in interpreting the graph. Thank you very much for the attention given in this presentation.